The Nintendo 64 disk drive. A lot of you guys made a lot of really good points on our last video, and most of those points had to do with games that were just never released. So, in light of that, we'd like to show a little deleted scene from our last video that we feel is pretty relevant. And although Zelda Ocarina of Time was eventually released on a cartridge, it was still supposed to have an expansion pack, and some hackers have found some Game Shark codes that essentially let you see the disc icon when loading up Ocarina of Time. It looks a little something like this.
That's kind of cool. It ended up that it took so damn long to develop the thing, and it got so close to the GameCube's release, we know a lot of boys were going to buy that, that it forced it that not a lot of boys were going to buy the disc drive, so a whole bunch of people had to realize that they spent a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of money building things to go with these innovations, and then they had to spend a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money going backwards and going back to a cartridge. Isn't that just fun?
And we'll take a look at some of the literature of the time just to give you a sense of how much stuff Nintendo lost because of their delay with the disc drive. Dragon Warrior 7, which became the first Dragon Warrior game, did not be released on a Nintendo system because they had to port it for the PlayStation. Fire Emblem 64, Kirby 64, Mother 3.
Oh, we talked a lot about that one in the cocktails
I wanted
video.
that game.
An actual 3D Pokemon RPG for your N64. Super Mario 64 2. Or a Zelda. I mean, come on. All of these high-profile games that we either completely missed out on or got half-assed versions of because of Nintendo's delay and, frankly, crappy release of the DD.
Hacked and slashed and put on a cartridge, if that. So, without further ado, let's check out the F-Zero X expansion kit. This is considered to be one of, if not the best games to come out on the disc drive. That's a beautiful soundtrack.
Such power.
Oh, yeah.
That really makes me want to touch my boobs.
Oh my. So this is basically F-Zero X. If you know anything about F-Zero X, it was a pretty popular game for the N64 to say the least. It had relatively sparse graphics, but it ran at a smooth, undeniable 60 frames per second, which was quite tasty. In addition to the tracks that you normally get, you get a few more tracks. So we'll do the time attack here. And you can see we also get DD Cup 1 and DD Cup 2. But more importantly, you get a ship editor and a course editor.
Sweet.
So let's check out the ship editor first here. So here we are. We're going to load up the Jam.
Ooh.
You said no.
Oh, okay. So still getting a little used to all this.
No.
All right. The Jam.
There we go.
And then here we go.
Chocolate.
The Jam. This is the car we made.
Oh.
Alter the body in any which way like this.
And by any which way, he really means pick from a few predetermined shapes.
Yeah, basically. And then you can put your little sticker on it, what have you. Which is all pretty neat, but honestly, it's not that powerful of an editor.
It is nothing in comparison.
The real deal is the track editor.
Alright, since I've been screwing around with it a little bit, I'm going to be your course creator-curator. Let's get into the course edit mode. We've got ourselves a little track already in progress here. As you can see, it's a pretty complicated design, and in fact, this track editor is really powerful. It's actually really close to the tool that the game designers themselves used to make the original game's tracks.
Which is very, very cool.
And we call this track here Wall Street.
Yeah, it's got a lot of banked turns, and all these banks are out to fuck you.
It's true. Why don't we demonstrate that?
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Not cool. Somebody get a chance.
What?
Oh my!
I didn't complete the course, but I won.
I went through the wall of the tunnel.
You know, one weird thing about these disc games is that occasionally they get disc errors, kind of like how the Famicom disc system would get disc errors.
And how your high school project would always magically get lost on floppy disks.
Yes.
Yeah, like I have F-Zero X, and I can't load Port Town because it can't load the music, so I get an error.
Tony, I don't even think you need to worry. We can rebuild Port Town. We have the technology. Better than it was before.
Track editor.
Yes.
Nostalgia high five.
Oh, dude.
I had a dream of an open road with freedom's eagle flying high above. I saw high speeds and light
Look a little bit like Port Town, right?
Our troubles slipped away and turned to love.
Yeah.
But here I am.
Yeah.
Face to face with bats of concrete. With my face stuck in a blue. Yeah, here I am. With a snarl on my face. I'm beaten up and broken down, and I don't know if I'll ever see this race. Dreams ain't easy, but I'm pushing myself to see if they can ever come true.
For when I
Dreams ain't easy, but I'll never give up until Port Town is next to Big Blue and is running wild.
All right, let's go.
Is everybody locked in?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my.
Oh, good.
We should probably do that again.
Yeah.
Dreams ain't easy, but I'm pushing myself to see if they can ever come true. Dreams ain't easy, but I'll never give up until this course is totally through.
And interestingly, when you hook it up to a disk drive, it gives you this error message, which I don't really understand. I don't read Japanese, but TJ, would you mind? TJ is a little Japanese, it reads a little kanji, but...
Alright.
Let's get into this. Zelda Ura, Nintendo Incorporated. So, okay, at the top it says, "Dear American consumers, as for Zelda Ura, you will never get to play it. Fuck you and die, Nintendo Incorporated."